The United States has a complicated relationship with cannabis. For decades, it was strictly illegal under federal law. But in recent years, many individual states have decided to legalize cannabis. Some states allow it for medical use only, while others allow it for recreational use too. This has created a confusing situation where cannabis is legal in some places but not others. This patchwork of laws causes many problems. Businesses that are legal in one state might be breaking federal law, and they also face difficulties with banking and taxes. The States Act 2.0 aims to fix this. This act was reintroduced in Congress in April 2025. It has bipartisan support, meaning both Democrats and Republicans are behind it. The main goal of the States Act 2.0 is simple. Let states decide their own cannabis laws. The act says that the federal government won't interfere in states that have made cannabis legal. This means businesses and consumers in those states would be protected. One of the biggest changes the act proposes is repealing Section 280E of the tax code. This section prevents cannabis businesses from deducting normal business expenses, and it has cost the industry billions of dollars. Repealing 280E would allow these businesses to operate more like other businesses. Another major problem the act tries to solve is banking. Because cannabis is federally illegal, many banks are afraid to work with cannabis businesses. The States Act 2.0 doesn't directly change banking laws. However, by protecting state legal businesses, it could make banks feel more comfortable. This would give the industry much-needed access to financial services. The States Act 2.0 doesn't just protect state laws, it also creates some new federal rules. These rules aim to ensure safety and responsibility in a legal cannabis market. Two main agencies would oversee this: the Alcohol and Tobacco Tax and Trade Bureau, or TTB, and the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA. The TTB would be in charge of things like taxes and tracking cannabis products. The FDA would oversee products marketed as drugs, food, or supplements. There would also be strict rules against marketing cannabis to children. The act sets a minimum age of 21 for non-medical use. It also bans selling cannabis at places like truck stops to prevent impaired driving. The States Act 2.0 is a big deal for the cannabis industry and anyone who uses cannabis. It's a sign that the federal government is finally starting to catch up with the will of the people. Many people are hopeful that this act will pass and bring much-needed change. However, the act still has a long way to go. It needs to be debated and voted on in both the House and the Senate. It's unclear if it has enough support to become law. But even if it doesn't pass this time, it's a clear sign that things are moving in the right direction. The States Act 2.0 could be a game changer for cannabis in America. Only time will tell what happens next.